Horse the microphone, wasn't it? Alright. So yeah, Cruise. I just booted up and saw all these cars here. I'm gonna have a drive off. So I'll do that. And this one I did a haphazard livery on when I got the engine swap. Didn't have a drive. It's got 0 kilometres. Seems to have all the bids. It's under 700p, so I thought I'd do that at Zaf at Lemon's credit hall to start with. Then I got this, which is an engine swap as well. I think it's the 2JZ. It might be a L6 LT5 Corvette C7 engine in that, and I have driven it. Maybe a test track around it, a test run around the ring just to check it out. This one I only got driven to since I got it. It's got 2,000 clicks on it. Definitely didn't do that. Wanted to take that to the adjustment shop and give it some beans, see what else it can have. Seems to have tyre, suspension, transmission is automatic, factory stock. So that'll be fun. This one I gave a run. This was all janky. I had bad settings on it, I think. I just adjusted some settings, but the other one is this one, which seems to smash home. I mean, this is the 2JZ swap, so it seems to be... Well, the funny thing about this car is that it handles better than it's got top speed. So with this car, it might not handle... with this engine swap, it might not handle it as well as it did. It's got a bit more top speed, maybe, that was tuned down because of the PP, I don't know. So it's set at 700. I might look at this one last, just because it could be better. It could be better as factory for fun wise. I mean, it might set a better time with the 2JZ engine, but I don't know. Being a full 2JZ Supra, and it's got everything, so I obviously gave it a crack at a lap at the Nürburgring. So what I generally do is have fun with the car, and then if it's got an engine swap, do it, but do it to set up an engine swap time. So custom car times are set on the medium tyre at the Nordschleife, and normal times I set are on racing hards and 700p. So if it is an engine swap, it's pretty much open. And I've got to redo, because I limited it to 700. Then I found out with engine swaps, they can't reduce back. With all the kit and caboodle, they can't reduce under 700 sometimes. So it makes it a bit of a janky measurement when, if you just give it everything you can from the tuning shop with an engine swap, basically doing an engine swap and then customizing on top of that to complement with everything that's available. It can't sometimes tune back under 700p, so it's limited to 800 if it's an engine swap. But I've already started to do the engine swaps a year ago, 2 years ago, limited to 700. So even those ones are going to have to redo, which will be fun. But I was sort of into it for a while, where I was doing a livery, marking it as an engine swap car on the back bumper, and like I said, adding all the custom parts to complement, and then doing a time. But sort of got out of that. I get back into it mid-season, and we're not mid-season at the moment. We've got the Manufacturers' Cup and the Toyota Cup. The Toyota Cup I've got to jump back on because it was the Prius last round, and the next round's going to be Group C or something, maybe even what do you call it, Le Mans car, Le Mans. All right, so yeah, back to the Scooby-Doo road car. This could be an epic thing, because it's still under 700. So if I can chuck that back in and see what I haven't added as an engine swap from the GT Auto, being under 700 with as much as it's got, it's got everything there. Tyres are ready to do. All the engine stuff's done as well. So it's just a really low PP car. And it's got the CTR engine from like, it's, what do they call it, 911? The 905 or something. It's a copy from the Porsche garage, CTR garage. It's just like Toyota Lexus. It's not really much different. It's got a low turbo and the high turbo. I'm pretty sure that's with the high turbo. And the PP is still only 680. 900 horsepower at only 1400 kilos. I could lighten it a bit. And racing softs, obviously, you've got to stay on racing mediums, but it could come down with some weight reduction. Or stage 1 is all, because it's a road car. It's a Group B road car, I should say. That's probably why it's got too much aero. Maybe it's just either got to slam it and get rid of some aero. That'd be high on aero, I'm sure. Where are we? So yeah, I'll just jump in there, do a quick set because I won't have to. Got to reduce aero anyway to do Le Mans. It's going to be a high speed track. So here we go. Change my to this. And then put this on charge. And then double check this is on. Geez, I'm good. Camera is on. So I'll do a quick check on the settings. That's charging. Oh, this has got to switch off actually. Okay, racing hards, not mediums, and get rid of some aero. It's going to have a lot anyway. Get rid of some height. Yeah, it's sitting a little bit high. 682, it's a bit better, but I think like 80. Might really need that. It's just a lot of pretty stiff. It's 4-wheel drive. Yeah, I think I'll just stay on that. But having an engine swap, no weight reduction, which is done. Having an engine swap, I'd better give it all the beans. This is where I just close the ratio up on the gearbox to make it a bit more race dog boxy. As much as I can generally. The low on the top gear can be set by this quite easily, so it's pretty easy just to squash it all in and then spread it out as much as you like thereafter. Hey. I don't think it'll do that, but we might do the old engine swap standard. $220, $230. Oh, that's this. Fourth gear, which is generous. Third gear. Even this is generous. Second gear. Even that's generous. And then first gear, 100, 95, whatever. Somewhere around there. And away we go. Alright, we got all the bongs and bings and pops. I haven't driven for a couple of days. When was it? Saturday, Tuesday. Easy. Doesn't seem to be that quick in a straight line, but these guys are like muscling in even ahead of the Lambo there, which is a bit freakish. Oh yeah, there it goes. Opens out. Still getting 2 laps out of that sort of economy. It's alright, low 6th, saving fuel. As soon as it starts to get high revs or burning, we're coming near to the 200 metre mark. Oh, the brakes are even at front bias, which is good wear for a 4-wheel drive. Heaps of aero. That was smooth as silk. Still on 2 laps. Thereabouts. Got to do better than that. There's the interior. I was setting forward a long way. Shit. That'll help if I go there. Oh yeah, that'll give us some cockpit. Oi! Parked next to a Genesis SUV today, looked wicked. Had these wheels that looked like they'd come out of a 3D printer. All holes in it and shit. Top gear. Yeah, it does sound a bit, it seems a bit body rolly, like still it's too high or too soft. But I've set it for the Nürburgring, it could be a lot stiffer here. Even though this is a street circuit, it's really flat. And the Group B side of the setup will be all heaps forgiving. It's just surprising it's so low on PP. Like with that sort of customizations to be a 600p car, it'd blow everything out of the water. It'd have like 800 horsepower still be probably pretty light, 1400 kilos. I don't think we could do any weight reduction. Actually, it's as light as it gets at 1400 kilos. Jesus, had to really brake for him then. And handles a bit Dreamboat Willie, really. I'll have to watch it on flip-flops, because that sort of body roll, when you change from left to right like I did then, there's too much weight shifting, if you know what I mean, with that sort of leverage when it arcs over. No, I couldn't do that. I do test them out there. Sometimes they really won't give up that chicane, and it's hard to like muscle around the outside after the first chicane. Or, yeah, it is a bit of a chicane, I suppose. So you can really test out your car's sort of both acceleration and flip-flop, I call it, shift of weight, whatever. So we did that on about 0.5 of a lap in usage, consumption. So we can obviously do it a heck of a lot quicker. And there is a fair bit of wear too on hards. So that was a 408. Wow, 1.5 of a lap's worth of fuel. But it doesn't have a very big tank, so it started at two laps worth. And we're now down to, just clicked over from 1.2. So I think it was either 1.9 or 2. And mileage is important to a car. I mean, you know, when Kaz sets them up to be like, that's how big the fuel tank is, that's what range you're going to get. It's like Group B setup, but it's the road car. So I couldn't imagine that this was a 2016 STI, somewhere around that in the teens, is going to be that different in the fuel tank or range. Well, I tend to do that because then it just sets me up for a 3-lap attack from the dynamic weather, or 3rd lap attack. Sometimes it swings in at the end of the 2nd lap, sometimes it swings in the 3rd lap, but if you're going to get rain, it's round about then. So if you just run your car into the 3rd lap, you either do or you don't do the 3rd lap. What do you go into the pits with a lap's worth of fuel in the tank? That's all. That's the worst that happens on the variables. So that's just a solid strat for this combo, whatever car you got. Obviously the race cars, sometimes they got a lot longer range, so you can go out. Not even on eco, like you just set it at 1 and sprint and you still get 2-3 laps. But road cars aren't that forgiving. So we'll stay on the weather here. It rolls in at the end of the 2nd lap. We'll just see whether it's going to drop me in it if I continue, or it's worth pulling in before I, and across the line. Had the Egypt of a lady in a freaking big Land Cruiser pulling next to me. I'm sitting in the car. I needed to fold in my side mirror because she was that fucking close. Her mirror nearly knocked my mirror. I'm pretty level with the Land Cruiser, so literally she did have another 2 goes at getting it in there, as generous as she could. But luckily I was sitting in my car. I didn't have to get out of my driver's seat, but she was just like, oh sorry, you won't be able to get out. And I'm like, well, a bit more worried about me fucking mirror. What's this weather going to do? Looks pretty plain at the moment. But this is such a good handling car, I'm not too worried about it with traction control on. It's way too soft. When I dab the brakes, it like... Yeah, this is one of the, I remember this GT7 started and the WRX Group 3 was OP, no matter what the freaking race or combo, it was just consistently the car. And then I think it switched, especially in the Group 4, to the Mazda Atenza as a 4-wheel drive car for all-wheel steer. And it varied between that and the Alpha, which has perked its head out again, the Alpha Group 4, which is a vintage sort of race car, family favourite or whatever they cult following it's got. So yeah, back to the Subaru, I think it had a big injection into Kaz's back pocket when he did all this analysis, because it is considered in Japan, it's like, what do you call it? It's like a luxury family class. The brand Subaru is like a really good quality brand, and so is Mazda. They're like Ford and Holden. They're the family sedans that you can have a bit of class around your middle class, sort of middle to upper class. Of course, there's always better. There's luxury and imports, but as a brand in total, I'm sure Kaz just got the back pocket bulge. You know, that freaking cancerous disease. And look at this, as a car, it's just given us a gift spec with the dynamic weather. That's like, oh, this is all the rain you get. A sprinkle, make it shiny. And it's way under PP, tuned to the hilt. So I'm not going to fucking make this. 4%. Better do some coast. I was giving it a bit more of a squirt than I should have, but that makes it a challenge if you drive this car. I mean, really. I wonder if it's on high turbo or low turbo. Low turbo would have been good, but I couldn't get any more horsepower. It's already at, right at the top, 900 and something. Can't reduce any more weight. Ah, fuck, I did. I ran out. That's a bit odd. I never do that. Just when I'm talking, not focusing. That was the hub of the context of the conversation, but how good it is on fuel. Oh yeah, about half it's a small tank, let's put it that way. You get 2 laps, you can easily get 3 out of it. I'm just giving it a bit of a squirt with a 4:08 first lap, 4:07 second lap. You still get 3 laps out of it. Thank you. That's alright. Think nothing of it. So, yeah, I could even fit mediums on. Tricky, damaged my car. So, I guess another 2 and 2. Just give it a good squirt and see how good the lap time can be. And that'll be 7 laps. Story unfolded. So I might change these guys into a white pit suit. What do they call it? Mechanic suit. Crew attire. So some cars easily do 4 laps, and I'm pretty sure that's the Lambo or the Suzuki. There goes the Suzuki straight through. Starting his 4th lap. And other cars like the Dodge that went in behind me in the pits, they take 10 seconds less to pit, so he'll be one of those. Yeah, he's in front of the C7 there. Shit, there's really floppy body roll. Oof, that was close. Let's test out that high-end turbo. Catch first place up there. .1, so we can fill up more than they start you with. Yeah, the R8 was really janky and probably just way too much aero. For a road car, it was like not even under 7 minutes, or just under. So it's like 15, 20 seconds too slow for its class or year or really expected performance for me. Yeah, I just chucked on some settings while I was doing Group 3 racing, so it should probably way too much aero, and usually when it's janky like that, you got too much front splitter and you go to turn in and it's like hooks in, but then you're slowing down and you come out of downforce, and it's got particularly a lot of downforce on the front, and you're using that for the turn in. And then when you get to a speed that's slow enough that the downforce drops off, it gets all janky on your exit speeds and stuff as well too. Especially near the apex, usually when you go to load up and you've had downforce and you've got a really good turn in, because you're coming in at like 150 kilometers an hour. What is it, between 150 and 200 kilometers an hour, and you got heaps of downforce, and then it just sort of disappears and you lose it. It's easier to get rid of that downforce on the front and still have a good drive with like lower front ride height or anything, gives you a bit better turn in. Yeah, so I've got to get rid of all downforce on that, I think. Yeah, it was only doing like 190 or so, 290? Yeah, probably 2. And even the original R8, the one that's been in the game since the start, that was doing 320. And this is like at least 5 years its junior as a car. So without a lot of aero, it'll hook in a lot. That's the Audi R8 anyway. I wanted to redo it. So I've come up to do 1 lap, was it? Since my pit. Oh, cool. Looks like we've got a bit of weather on the fringe there. Did I do 2 laps? I'm going to run out again. That'll be a pain in the ass. Nearly did. So lap 5, I've got to do lap 6 and 7, which might be wet. Could be. I've probably got that much gap. That, yeah, that's not good. It's sort of coming across. It's going to miss us altogether. But there's yellow in it, so it could be like a horseshoe and have a whole big section there down to our other front. Can't put it on with that sort of direction anyway. The wet tyres, that is. So yeah, it might have a horseshoe, and that front, which is just like a peninsula coming across, might have a big section that's going to sweep across on the second lap, but just get tyres on the second lap. This is going to be a doozy, I think, at this stage. So yeah, 2 laps, you're really at times 3, I think, eco on the fuel limiter. It's well worth 2 laps is 2 laps, that's times 3. Revving to the red line, so I may as well get that, do another quick lap while I've still got dry track, and then if it is wet, I don't have to worry. These guys are all going to have to pit again anyway, but it might time really well with a pit for them if we get wet. It's going past. Thought he'd do that. I was just thinking, if I'm level with him, he won't concede from the outside. He'll cut straight across to the apex. You fucking made me angry. Yeah, it's funny that they're really competitive at some places, and other places they're like, brake check. I am a retard. I really hope that Sophie picks up again. Or rather, I hope that we pick up Sophie, all of us. Just do a big gang cult hoedown fucking... get your shit together, Sophie. You've got what looks like mud on your face. Clean it up. Clean it up. Had such potential with his premise, and then with the first few experiences being quite difficult. But after I then came into the game outright, I then had a go at it, and I was just like, what? That's disappointing. So maybe there's, I never look back, maybe there's better aspects or combos that you can set her up with, but I'm pretty sure those bonus rounds are not just limited to the tracks that they're available, they're freaking limited in their intellectual... Look, she's just got mud on her face, it doesn't sound good. So yeah, this could do with just a bit more of a tighten up. It's probably still too high. I was being generous because I thought the suspension being that soft, it might bottom out, but I was looking at the wheel guards at the pit there, and
It's still got a lot of fitment issues. Unless it needs a better rim job. Maybe Sophie can help out with that. Fuck yeah. Don't you hate it when you go to spit out the window and the window's shut? Oh, I hate that. Yeah, that's that lurch. I shouldn't have actually broke traction that second time. I thought I'll push the limit the first time on the entry to the S's, then I thought, alright, I think I can find it. And then as soon as the body roll gets that lurch, you like lose traction because of the shift of weight. So 1.1 gigawatts. So I'm just about at the end of Fallout Season 1, second last episode I just watched, and I'm not going to give anything away, but it doesn't seem like it's going to wrap up. It seems like there's going to be a Season 2. I'm a bit slow to get to it, so I'm thinking it might be either available or soon to be. But Godzilla and Kong might be a good watch. Might be recommended. I know Godzilla -1 was pretty good the other day. I watched that. I think I watched and read it because it's got subtitles. But if it's one of their childhood fairy tales, kudos. We've got all that fantasy stuff about Europe to explain the Dark Ages or things that we don't talk about. So we're not likely to bring them out in a dual language. And sometimes French movies are like, they won't change from their language just to tell a story if it has significance. But yeah, what was the series I just watched about the government team with Kirk Douglas? I can't think of that company. The backstory company from Godzilla movies. That was pretty good. Yeah, and that leading actress, the Japanese girl, she was in the samurai, what was it called? Shogun. The shogunate daughter of yesteryear that was a bit, not banished, what's the word? Not holy and honourable family name. Anyway, distractions. Godzilla versus King Kong, probably be a good watch. Just watched a pretty good movie too last week. Was it recently? This week actually. Last Shop in Yuma County, or Last Shop in Yuma. One of those Chinese standoff thrillers where it's a really tense situation. What's going to happen? And the whole movie covers about, I don't know, 6 hours or 4 hours of real time in their realm. it was pretty good. It's pretty highly rated. I would recommend it. But it's one of those movies where, you know, set in the 70s, and you can really see where the influences to keep your own gun. What's that, Fifth Amendment? Not amendment, but one of those constitutions where you're allowed to bear arms. Sort of any Joe Bloggs can have a gun, but they're none too bright. And they were sort of making fun of themselves. Anyway, so we got that bonus, unless we got a black flag or crossed a yellow flags ruling. Bit of a cruise, something nothing to start off today's session. But before I friggin' forget, I'll just jump in the settings. We exited. What was the other car? Oh, the Porsche. What's the PP on the Porsche? Barely 600. That would be a struggle. Anything 600 or less is hard. It's like 650 is 630, 650 is a good challenge sometimes when the car's a bit older. 180 horsepower. I'm not going to do that, but this will shit it in. I know it's swinging on 700 at the moment. So this is the other car with a C7 engine, but we won't do that here. We'll take that around the ring, and then there's that car and that car, 700. That would do this race. 1200 horsepower, kilos at over 650, like 650 horsepower. Definitely Group 4 class. The Suzuki would be its match, and it's a front runner in this class. Just depending how big the fuel tank is sometimes too with these road cars. Whether they earn you the 800k or not. It's a bit... So if that's an engine swap, 2JZ, and I've got it set to 700. So it's probably got hard tyre. That's with the mediums, okay. So I can open that right out and take it to the Nürburgring. Might want to keep some kilos to get the balance right. At least. And this is just my settings. Don't have to go by them or anything. But you can't put a turbo on a C7. It's naturally aspirated. Okay. Hasn't got the supercharger. It's too small. It's got all that bizzo. And it's got that, which is a 6-speed, which isn't bad. Beef it up to about 46, I think. I'll close it into about that. Close it up. $105. That solves that riddle. 105. Still 105. Okay. So we've got a closed gearbox. We want to take it all the way up to if I take that to the max, I can still have this 280, 380, 360, 345. Last calls, we'll do that, eh? It's probably a lot of horsepower for its little car, and that's got to go up. So that might make the first gear open out. No. 128 gigawatts, 128 meg. That's how big our storage devices were. 128 meg. Alright, so that is a bit close. Gonna have to make it next step up. 100. 130. 160. 70. 200. 210. 250. 360. about as bone stock as you're going to get. 69, baby. That's how I do an engine swap. 711. You can do better than that. 30. Alright. Probably will need a bit of that. It's only a little wing, isn't it? It's funny, sometimes you just like, oh yeah, middle of the, or halfway, but it's either a big wing or a small wing, and you don't notice that's not 50, that's like 200 on the left, and it's like 300 on the right. Sometimes you just chuck on settings and they're way off with your downforce. At least I'm good at making excuses when I get on the track and it's shit. But we'll go from here to the Nürburgring, chuck on it on the time trial. If it is spectacular, I'll go on a lobby and just have a cruise in this car, and then maybe the Porsche, because I'm not going to set a time in the Porsche. I didn't realise it was only 180 horsepower. It'll be really streamlined, like it'll have good aero for a straight line, but with only 180 horsepower, it's not going to do anything spectacular. Fucking hell. I was going a bit quick then. Yeah. Oh. Okay, let's just sort that out. Got rear bias. Fucking hell. Oh yeah. Yeah, there it is. Oh, it still wants to pull like a mad hatter. Holy shit. Alright, C7 engine in a 86. Here we go. I'll be a bit cautious with that loud pedal. Fucking hell. Here we go. That's it. Oi, fucker. Oh yeah, it'll push through there. Oh, fuck. You gotta watch how you get on it. Might need some of that, because that's all oversteer. I might need some of that rear wing now. I've realised it's a bit of a handful. But it's only going to make it less mass murder and more like serial killer. Oh, I'd wanted to do it there. Mid revs, top gear, just, oh yeah, spin the tyres, mate, fucking hell. 240, 230. Could have stayed in top gear. You fucking, it's quick. Yep, wants to do that in top gear. No. Not enough time to bring it back. This is spectacular. Let's just put it out there. If you can ease off the loud pedal enough that you don't spontaneously turn a corner. You fucker. Just pick up too much speed all of a sudden. It's really high powerful engine. I didn't even check what my horsepower was. Nope. Well, drifting will be, this is on racing slick, so obviously when it does grip up, you sort of got to straight line the shit, but probably do really well on inters, because they grip up. Oh fuck. But they really, I suppose they'll burn quick. sport tyres do alright, don't they? As drift. I never got into the drifting. The drifting in this game, I'm not good at it. Plus I got too much working on traction with all the settings. I wasn't setting it up. You should probably have fairly squared up rear tyres with the camber for doing that. Exercise of restraint. $300, $310. Oh, it just blast past 320 for sure. I mean, that's news to me because I'm usually on racing hards, so I do have to factor in the medium business. Racing mediums, they really grip up. Oh! Nope. Yeah. When you correct and it regathers, there's so much camber for traction that you haven't got the luxury of drift control. Try and straight line these settings. Right, as mad as it sounds, I've got to put the rear aero up. Let's see if somebody's got a cruise lobby. This is insane. Have another go. Yep, 340, 350. And a red line. 350 and a bit. Oh shit. Now when I put heaps of rear wing on, we'll see what the top speed is then. Wow. That is something else. Put it at about 3/4. It's pretty stiff. Too much, a lot of turn in. 4. Yeah. Oh yeah, the horsepower. Yeah, nothing shy of 200, 980. It's not bad really for only 734. If I can get round just a clean lap, it'll be on the board for sure. That was 280. Fuck. Oh, yes. Oh, nearly dropped that. I made all those errors. And I'm like, oh, just drive away. Nope. I could start again, but it's a lunatic. Right on the limiter. That's perfect. Oh, shit. Come on. Oh yeah, wasn't too bad. A little bit too much loud and you are sideways. Fuck. That'll drive it. It's only an 86, so I didn't want to maximise the turn in and apex speed there. I just wanted to get in quick and get out quick, maximise the braking potential, which is pretty high. I was surprised, especially that one before the foxhole too, the left-hander, where you've sometimes really got to come in on the heavy braking. I'll just get up this hill. Stricken with confidence. Oh. Yes, and a bit more, come on, there we go. Fuck yeah, I made that clean as a whistle. Might even do another lap. This is insane, just not spending any time at 100% until you're like, okay, straight line. I forget what it's like, those supercars, 1,000 horsepower shit. Every car's different, I suppose. shitty little 86 with, it's not like a LaFerrari or something. It should have 900 horsepower. That was comfortable. I think I'm going to go for another lap. This is actually pretty sweet. Definitely going to be on the board. Problem is, it should be like 6:30 or something. It's not going to be that. Especially when you can get 700p on racing hards around the 640. It should be a lot better than that. Now, should we approach this at freaking 280 kilometers an hour? Fuck. $210 will do. Probably get around 220, 230. Oh! And the steer there. 240, 230. This one's sometimes hard to pull up, that left-hander. Bugger. Hit that bloody hard. Sometimes there's too fast right there. Alright. 320, 330. Fucking hell. No worries. It's not very good. Needs bigger discs. Pardon me. Oh, you fucker! Dropped it. Dropped it. Oh, massive grindage. Oh, that was nearly clean. I don't know what I fucking did wrong there. I really want to set that time. It's nearly 5 seconds quicker there. I'll give it another go. I'll have a little moment to compose myself. Just give me a moment. The first lap really was just feeling it out, so it should be way more than 5 seconds. 6:30, 6:25 would be impressive. Just sounds like an aeroplane rumbling along. It doesn't matter if you got the revs under load, like that noise. It doesn't matter if you're at 5,000 or 7,000. It does the low acceleration. Maybe it is a low turbo. Can't be. Yeah, the low acceleration, the actual launch is way too much for this weight. Like it'll just turn, the tyres will spin, it'll turn sideways. You can't use 100%. Unless you're in like 4th gear in a straight line, and even then 6th gear in a straight line. If you're at 100%, they're spinning there for sure. A little bit of undulation or a kink in the road, a flare from the steering wheel. 90 degrees sideways, cannot say or explain anything more than that. Alright, it's got one of those rev limiters because it's Group B. Doesn't go bam, 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 bouncing off the top. It just hugs in, so I'll probably be able to do a lot better than that. If I exploit that glitch, transmission glitch, like that. You just use the gears, 2 gears below, let it sit on engine wind down, engine braking, like you would in those bloody time trials when they give it your time trial in a car that does that. And you're driving it sensibly, and then you find out you can use this glitch, transmission glitch. I'll take it. I was off the track, so I couldn't brake until I'd squared it away. Just fucked up that corner. That engine braking glitch there. Can do it a bit more front splitter actually. Where you want it to turn in, instead of just sheer throttle steer, oversteer, it could do with a bit more. Fuck, big hit. It did better in fourth gear there before. Slow revs and creep out of it. VR hiccups. That's alright, about 5 seconds. Yeah. Gotta finish off. 26.2. See where that is on the leader on my standings table. Just a moment to check out the GT Limited with the carbon package, roof boot bonnet, side skirts and floor, rear floor. Front splitter needs some extra. And the ride height is good, but the natural frequency is a bit rigid. The shockies aren't bad. Probably the expansion can do with a bit soft. Compression's alright. Every compression in the foxhole at the fast right hander, what's it called? Yeah, anyway. That all looks pretty good for an 86. And bring that up to about halfway. And soften that frequency. 85, 80. A bit. What was the other thing? A bit more turning. No, the expansion. Expansion's softer. And the compression's pretty good. But I mean softer. You could probably go way softer or way harder. I don't know. I'm just saying don't want to move too much from where it is. But when we look at the ranking board, it'll be on mediums. Top of this heap. Alfa Romeo 4C launch edition. I guess I could bring the Group B car. I mean, it's a cheat. I don't know about road cars, whether I've put road cars in here before, but Subaru WRX road car. It'd be in the 700, but I wouldn't have driven it because it didn't have anything on it. Didn't have any kilometers. Change car 2. This little nugget here is an engine swap, so I can tune that up a bit. Settings, medium. $56.44. A little bit of weight distribution goes a long way. And it's got ultra 883 freaking horsepower. 746. It's got everything there. 360 there. 250 there. It's a really good handling car, so I wouldn't be surprised if it just shits it in. Off the line. But it's four-wheel drive. I'm not too good at tuning four-wheel drives, but that's roughly a bit more on the front. The aero, because it's in the straight line. Well, 800 horsepower, that's fucking ridiculous. 1100 kilos. Probably going to need all of that. It's going to turn in, but it's going to have understeer, so I'll probably need a lot more of that. Because of the four-wheel drive system. 2080 might be better. Less understeer. This is going to be a race car. Doesn't look like it's got splitters or anything. Camber, that's frequency. Don't want it that rigid. Around about there. That's where I have that. $56.44 balance. 1250 kilos. I've got 5347, which is a bit more. Friendly. If you think that's generous, take a look at its lap. Oh yeah, big cabin. I'm in a friggin' giant. Yeah. Oh, you can just walk this around. Oh. Remembering it's a 2JZ with an ultra high turbo. So I might just have to back off at the top. Get some Supra torque out of it. Wait, use the top on the straightaways. Shit. Oh man, its handling is unbelievable. Doesn't have a digital number. 240. Shit. That's not good. Such. That's not good. Is that my distribution, weight distribution? Oh. Don't step out. Should have been able to do that in fourth gear. Alright, I think it'll be pretty smooth if I pay attention. It's 190. Should be better than that. Probably hold it. Oh shit. I was trying to find my speed, but the freaking thing had clocked up. 280. Oh, yeah, I suppose. steps out terribly. That's why I put a bit of front brake bias on it. You got to sort of be off the brakes as it starts to step out, so you coast in on your camber. And I think there's just something not set up right to do that. I can manage it, but you've also got to have had enough braking, you know, done by the time you've got to get off it, because it's going to step out, that you've got to then use that speed, whatever it'll be. What'll it be? I like our 2Es. A 2Es or 2... Oh. Oh, that was a nice one. Murdersome. How wide did I go in that other car? All four wheels off the track there. I'd get a black flag or a warning. I got a warning. Oh, get in. Cheeky. Oh, the ass cheeks hanging out. Fucking... Ooh. Really do pick up too much speed sometimes. Oh, I hooked that curb like a freaking one would at tee-off. I want to do that again. That's not too bad, but turning, I can make all sorts of adjustments there, I think. I think it's the rear camber. Might be. Freaking four-wheel drive. That was all alright, I think. That's going to slow down my top end. Compensate. Wish I could use level brakes or even level brake bias or even a bit rear. much speed, man. I could do that without the engine braking and just stay in top gear. I could probably do 215, 220. Fucking hell. It's tricky. Minimise power slides. Ah, get on the track, cheat. Nope, nope, nope. Well, I think I made that worse. Thought I was breaking traction because there was too much camber. I don't have any flat wheels on the road at those speeds, but it seemed to make it worse, reducing it. Oh, you can just really turn in if you want. So I'm not going to set anything fantastic with that anyway. But it could be fun around, if I jump in a lobby now, do half an hour to an hour there, just cruising. Don't really want a deep forest. I mean, the combination is deep forest, group 3, both tyre, soft and medium. This is for my manufacturers. Soft and medium with ×5 tyre wear. So you're going to get, it's a 20 lap race, you're going to get halfway if you burnt softs off the line. The chances are with heavy damage, you start on the slower tyre, you can throw away and do a 2-stop. At least that's my safety net. But not to give away the whole farm, freaking just doing a 10 lap stint is not, like, the mediums could be 3 seconds slower. So it might be a 2-stopper off the bat in the Aston, which is this week one of the OP cars for the daily. But the daily, see, is ×7 at the same track on hards, I think. So fresh hards, I mean, if you do hard tyre compared to worn mediums, I'd take the worn mediums all day long because they're not going to be red raw. They're going to be 1/3 maybe. I don't know, after 10 laps, they might be a bit more than 1/3. So worn mediums. Where am I with this freaking combo? Yeah, I think with this, that had this track before, just recently, and it was either in an exhibition or in the Nations Cup, and we're going clockwise, Group 3, it was a 1-stop, and we had to use, I think, 2 tyres, or it was just the 1 tyre, and we had to have a compulsory stop. And I'm pretty sure there was a faster tyre. Yeah, there was definitely a faster tyre, but it was the other direction. And it turned out to be, oh well, some people were doing it. Some people get really good on racing softs, so they were doing a 2-stop. They'd just throw the tyre away, throw the mediums away after 1 lap, and do a 2-stop. But you've got to start from the back if you're going to do that, because it is quite a deficit. You've got like only 10 laps to catch up, over a second a lap, because the mediums are going to be pretty quick. I don't know, that's worth a practice in a lobby actually. See if there's a lobby there and do that instead of a cruise, because I've just done a cruise. But On the other hand, I do want to drive that. What's this one? 8 days. 1 day. Your record? No, I didn't do it. A 2:18. Is that easy? Maybe you'll... I'll give it a crack if it's nowhere near. A 2:18. They're doing 2:14s. 4 seconds under. And if I'm 3 seconds under the world best, usually 3 and a bit, I'll still make it in. Maybe. So what is it? This freaking Alida thing? What's it called? Ophelia. Sports hards. Boss bone stock. I don't think I've driven this car. Nope. Yeah, so bit girl interrupted. 6:10. I'll be hungry by 7, so hopefully I'll do this in less than half an hour. Wow. Alright, so this is in fucking automatic. Cooking along. Oh, that's in miles per hour. Shit. Bing. Oh. It only gives you a red time, it doesn't stop you. Is that in the missions when it stops you? Stops your lap? No, the circuit experience, I think, when you go out of bounds. At least I'll be able to get a rhythm up. I'll probably get some red numbers to start with. But that pulled up pretty good. Where did I stop from? The bleachers. Fuck no. Oh. Gotta remember it's an EV, so the throttle out's gonna be massive. Maximise that sort of... Jeez, it must be heavy. That's not very good. Miles per hour. Of course it is. We wouldn't allow this shit in our country. I feel your pain. Oh fuck. Double tap. Gets in. Automatics, man. I would have done 3 gear changes with engine braking in order to sort through that corner. Yeah, I don't want to leave the Sirocco till the last day. Have a bit of fun with that. Oh. I literally thought that the Sirocco was 4-wheel drive, but it's front-wheel drive, eh? Oh, fuck, I'm dead. Not stopping, Mr. Tank. And sports tyres, I suppose, that doesn't help. Oh. I broke that. There was a big blotch on the road. Yeah, that one. I'm going to find it next time. Alright, and across the line, what was I looking for? 2:18. Let's try again, shall we? Try and maximise this apex speed. A bit of an earlier braking point. Turn 2's easy. Slow as fuck. Now throttle out now. And try and use this curb. Throttle out, go wide, not too wide. Good stead. Won't be able to shave much off that, maybe a couple of tenths. Oh, that's tough. Without all the gears. Need a much better exit out of that, actually. Shit. Fucking hell. This is the hard part. It's just weight. G-force is sending you wide. 2.5. Gotta get 5. Oh shit. And I did brake early too. Oh, God. Fuck no. Gotta improve there. Brake a bit earlier. Oh no, there's the wall. 3.6, that's pretty good. I've gotten a handle of it here by now in the last lap, so I won't improve much off this last one. I'll be in the first and second sector for sure. Except this braking point maybe, where are we? Halfway to there. Maximise the speed. Maybe a bit early. Maybe 3.6. What do we end up at? 3.4. So jump that curb. Go this one a bit quicker, I suppose. Oh shit, nearly went off. I'm a crammer. I always used to leave my homework till the last day. Fuck. Missed that altogether. Oh yeah, just at the yellow, I think. The torque braking is huge, like you lift off oversteer. Just got to get a handle on the car. Might take a bit. Another half a second. On a 20. That's only a 19 and a half. I've got to get an 18 and a half. Fuck. Distracted. Same sort of thing, but a better line. So I've got to find that curbing on the inside there. Hooks you in too. How soon you can get on 100% too, because the torque braking, you can't be on it if you're trying to accelerate. I mean, you can't not be on it. 18 and fourth, half second to go. Fuck me. Missed the first apex. As soon as I start ignoring these times to see where my improvements are, I can probably do better. I like to do it in 5 laps. Shit, I'm here all day. I feel your pain. Go. Just after the yellow and try and hit that inside. Missed it. 100%. Pardon me. Flicked it. Can't lift there. I made it that time, so some improvements at first sector, I think. Second sector as well. Got to get this inside. Oh, still can't. Hello over there. Might be a better wider line, just the sheer weight. Try and use the banking. I know. This will be a bit slower. Half a second. Yeah, I think I can get better there. Not much left on the bow in those two corners, and then it's just this last one. I think I'm braking a bit early. Turning a bit earlier. Still going wide. Should be on 100% before that. And I don't know what's worse, later braking or later 100%. It's got to be 100% sooner. Oh, yeah. Use that. I didn't get blotched. The big red blotch. What that was worth. That was a bit weak too, so first sequence and then the second sequence, the exits were terrible. I can find that one. And that's 100% from the apex all the way up this hill, so that's got to be an improvement. Maybe I just slowed down too much to make the apex, so I have to increase that speed there. Oh! Alright, didn't get blotched. Same with that one. All in all, it was probably a bit slower. Better line, but just a bit slower. Yeah, I can increase there. Fuck, it's not going to stop. That's a toughie. I wonder what this thing weighs. I'm really sensitive to get onto it, but it's not that strong. Oh shit, that was early. It should have been early, just not that early, I suppose. Oh, nearly half a second. What'd I get? 18. Oh, that's it. Okay, it wasn't that hard. 5 laps. Oh no, I restarted, didn't I? Oh, 440. Is that mine? Yeah, right. So what's the requirement? 18.6. Nearly. Well, that's enough. Enough of that. Yeah, so I'm going to try and jump on and do that Sirocco before the last day at Laguna, because I forfeited the... Maybe this is the compensation for everyone that didn't want to drive the Prius at Laguna. You can have a quick go of a EV car, and then you can drive a nice fucking race car, Group 4 race car at Laguna instead. I don't know, it mustn't have been popular, I couldn't imagine. So we got the spec times 3 and times... What is the fuel? Where won't matter so much, but times 2. So basically times 5, and you're likely to get at least 8 fucking hot laps out of racing softs. But it's a long lap, isn't it? That's why I'm surprised. That's like a mini enduro. 20 laps of this. What's it? It must be nearly 2-minute lap circuit. It's not a short circuit. Like it's about average. times 5. Yeah, and then I got mid-speed on my Aston, but that's irrelevant because I've got to deal with what the Aston's got, I suppose. Check out a lobby, see if someone's doing practice. It is tomorrow, isn't it? I didn't even check the date. It's probably as successive as the bloody Nations Cup qualifier was. I'm so surprised they only had 2 slots instead of 3, like the Nations Cup. And I'm definitely in a harder group. Like, I'm first on my city, second in my state, which is, I think I was first or second last in the Nations. But then I'm like 500 and something maybe in the overall Oceania. But it's not just Australia, it's all of the Asian countries as well, which is that broader spectrum. So as the area gets bigger, there's more people, but should I be that far down? Like, okay, Dragon. What do we got? Maggiore? No, Deep Forest. And that's the right way round, isn't it? You start in counterclockwise. Manufacturer cup test. There we go. Mr. Spanish. Mr. Omega. 15 out of 16. That's full, isn't it? You only get 15. Oh, cool. Alright. So we need softs and an Aston. But 20 laps, if they're in there bloody in the middle of a race. Sorry, lobby's full. Shouldn't take this long. Gonna bail. Gonna bail. I'll go. I'll go. I'll go. I'll go. I'll go. This dude or this dude? World Series Practice 10. Stealth. Did it say group 1 league or 2 league? We shall see. It really will matter on heavy damage. Like, if you start on mediums, you get heavy damage. You're not going to throw away your... He's B driver. ...20 laps. It's group 2 league doing 20 laps times... like, mechanical damage. That'll be the difference. But I suppose you get some... numb nuts, medium, soft, compulsory... weak... ghosting during race. That should probably be strong in here. Unrestricted tuning parts. Real slipstream. So he's at the start of one of his bloody stints anyway. Those tyres are fresh. Yeah, it's full. Sakayura. $29s, eh? What's he got up there? 28. Oh. Yeah. The buffed Beamer. Honcho. Grim Death. I haven't heard of these dudes. 27.9. Is that good? 27.9. Honcho with a penalty. Coming into a bit of a battle. What is going to ensue? Oh, neck and neck turn 1. He's going to concede. Get up there for the turn 2, 3 sequence. Well, alright. Hello everyone. So he's on his mediums and he'll be on his mediums. Everyone but the front two. So that's the only comparison there. Hopefully I'll pull a 28 then. Then I'll just have to try and get in another one. Maybe the Spaniards room. Or maybe just do a cruise instead. I haven't got long enough to do this. This would have to be a bit of an apply. No, hit 13. Not even found. Refresh. What's refresh? Update. Triangle. Oh, Amiga 11. Who's that? Okay. And World Series Practice. That was the Spaniards is the only one left then. So the World Series Practice was the B grade one. Or was that the one we're just looking at? A plus B. At least they're not in 20 laps. 2.5, Bob on, real. Alright. I don't want to fly that flag, damn it. Huh. He's called the shot. Shots fired, shots fired. Alright, guess we're going to do a race then. Qualifier's on, better change the tyres. Guess we're starting on mediums. I'm not going to set a great time. And we have traffic. So hopefully the tyre wears on. .4 minutes. What was the time there? 1:28 is a good goal. For a fresh softs. I didn't see if the damage was heavy. Grab a check. Oh, and he not only ended the fucking race, he ended this. You get that. We have one last look and then we'll go to the freaking bail the mission. Yeah. Everyone that came out of that room's just jumped in this room at the same time. And it's not there. We got this drongo, Group 1. Oh no, Group 3. GT1 League. Probably in the middle of a race. Might have to be beer o'clock. Just go for a cruise in that Porsche. Go to track. Alright. A+. Alright. Tick the box before anything happens. He's got a few people. Just some D's and C's haven't entered. He might drop a race. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 A+s. But they're all Japanese, so they probably have had a session. Or are going to wait maybe quarter 2. They're efficient that way. What do we got? Hello. Don't want too much tire wear. Penalty. We got 33 on the board. Nothing. 26-1. Okay, that trumps a bloody 27 low. And we've got worn tyres almost. So he must have given a hell of a lot of stick. It's not an outlap, it's just where the laps started counting. So full fuel. The fuel's not on, or it is close to his exit. So if that was, this may be lap 3 on those tyres. If he's driven it really hard to get a top time, and it is pretty much a lobby time, he might have got an out lap, 1 lap, and now this lap is his 4th maybe. 26.3. So he's sitting on 26.5. And I was hoping for a 28. Shit. Where are we on mediums? Alright, that'll do. Let's have a look. Oh, it caught me. I keep going to look at the map. There's someone coming through there. That's got to stick up me seeing the other room had 27s. I'll see what I can do. He's got a 26. If not close to a 25, that's as low as you can get, 26.1. With consistency, you can probably do a push lap, fresh tyres, 20.5. Amazing! At least I know tyre wear is on. I'll just do a stint in this tyre and see what the lap times are like. So it's not 150, pretty close to the 100 maybe. Chop, chop, chop. But I don't think the fuel's on. Couldn't have been that close to an outlap, have full fuel that didn't register, even though it's times 2. Getting some oversteer. Throttle oversteer. So closer to the 100. Do better than closer even, the mediums. Let's chew on the 100. Chew tyres. I thought this one's a bit closer to 150, isn't it? Where's that board that I bounced off? That's a bit of tyre wear already. Oversteer here. I'm on this exit. Feels good, mediums. Mediums would be a good stint if the tyre wear's there. Sort of check the times in the first 4 laps or something. 28.1. Probably do this 27s. Yeah, 2's just pretty good on fuel. I don't think I'll worry about fuel. You burn, if anything. Be third gear there. No, it definitely will be on softs. That tightens. Then you got this oversteer exit. Shit. .254, 255. I can push that braking zone. I think I'll get that optimum. Oh, it just shifted. Took 0.2 off my optimum. So 254, 255 in 5th gear. Slip straight up past that, 2656. $27.5, got the OP. What is it now? 27.5 still. Yeah, it'll be one stopper if that's that close. And the tyre wear's that massive, they might not get a whole stint out of the freaking softs or enough. But it could be a throwaway double stop. Just because you got to stop again, you may as well make it 2 softs. But you have to use a medium. So this janky sort of thing in the combo's budget there. So I'm thinking they've done this before. I've made us stretch out the tyre. Just to have a one stop. So it could be who's considerate on their tyre use and can get away with a one stop. Which is almost goes without saying. Do 27 low consistently, and then you pick 26 low for your softs. Could be only a second difference, not a second and a half maybe. So that'd be 26 high at best. So the difference isn't there to do 2 softs. Because you will do a longer stint anyway, and maybe do 27s on your soft with longevity. You'll still get 27s on your thing, so maybe 26 high, 27 low as a race pace, and just do a one stop. Oh. Can you see the apex? So if it's heavy damage, that's going to stay there anyway. Just sort of wasn't paying much attention. Stop by the fountain, have a look at the river. Yep, that damage is staying there. So maybe softs. See if they are 26 low. What's the time there? 25 low. That's what I thought. 26. If I'm going to do 26, they're going to do 25 low. So if I can get a 25 at all, 26 low at all, could be near my quali. tyre burner. Can't hold third there, I don't think. Well, maybe. So I was 2/10 behind that, which I used second gear instead of first gear, so we'll see what this one is. It's more than 2/10, I know. It probably is better to hold second gear. 3/10, yeah. Burn out of there. It was probably quicker there, but I oversteered again. Remember, if you manage to brake early enough on the bridge and you do grab all of the grass on that apex, you get good rotation of it for a fast 100% or a quicker return to 100%. So a little bit warm, and we're already peaking the OP 26.6, eh? Yeah, so maybe 26 high in race pace, optimum. Maybe get a couple of hot laps at 26 low, but tyre conservation, one stop, and try and get the mediums down. 27 low. I think that's the idea. Get the mediums into the picture. Try and hold on to them when they go off, like a third. Still hold 27 medium, 27 mid or something. Just watch that oversteer. There's nothing really to worry about. Race tomorrow should be pretty good. It's a good track. Got a lot of turning off that grass. Alright, we'll try one more lap at this worn amount. State of affairs. It's only lap 6 and I'm hoping to get 9 or 10, I'd say. In 26s, so I've been a bit rough and a bit soft on them. A few soft laps. But that's how bad they're going to be. Left-handers, shit. That'll be worth the fuel burn. This won't be worth the tyre scrub. This will be. Get up it right there. Right here. Ease off it here. Try and brake a bit early and use the grass. Scrub, scrub, scrub. Try again. This won't even be a 27. There you go, Sonny Jim. Quicker anyway. Slower corner there. It's not great camber, I don't think. It's a nice wide road to exit on, exit with, but it's shortened by that ripple strip. All right, so that's 27 low. That's where we're at. With a bit of a finish off straight away. One hairpin and a straightaway. All you got to worry about is that hairpin being a bit tight on your worn tyres and you do some radical misbraking or oversteer spin. Pretty much the whole big sector here will be stock standard, 4/10, complete second under that. 26.5, huh? I thought it'd be 27 low. Try and push. Fuck. Worst time to push. So a 27 low race pace with a few 26 mid just to be conservative on the tyre on your soft stint, and it's going to be a one stop. But if you can pull 25s on your soft tyre, you can probably pull a whole stint of 25 high. So that's a lot off at 27.5 if you're not very good on your mediums, and you do get as bad as me, 27.5. It's 25 high. It's a full second and a half, not just a 1 second difference. But I'm just under a second difference there, so I'm better off to do a one stop. If I do really hone in my soft stint and do a tyre burn, I might get a few 25s, but would I get 10 laps of 25s? I don't think so. I can definitely do more of a tyre burn than I had done, because I was sort of janky in places and burning tyres where I shouldn't, so that's good data. 7 o'clock feed, yes. Thank him for hosting. Thanks, bird. I don't even know who it is. Japanese. The Minia. Come again. Castrol.